Hey there, I just want to say yoga can be for everyone. However, it is your responsibility to determine if you are ready and able to perform this workout video. If you or a family member have a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or are obese with any physical or medical condition that could be aggravated by a physical activity, please consult a physician before proceeding. If you are pregnant, also consider consulting a physician. If you have any history of injury such as neck, back, shoulder, or knee, please proceed with caution and stop immediately if you feel any pain, lightheadedness, or nausea. The user assumes all risks. Thanks, and I'll see you on the mat. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Connection Yoga. My name is Kat, and today we are continuing our pose breakdown series with another supine pose. So this is when you lay on your back. I love yoga where you're laying on your back. It's amazing how many poses we can translate to laying on the ground instead of standing and explore the benefits. But if you've watched any of my pose breakdowns, you have seen that everything can be modified. The pose we are breaking down today, though, is quite simple and isn't really modifiable. It's just going to your degree or not. So the pose is called wind release pose or Apana pose. In Sanskrit, Apana is the word that represents air or the life force that eliminates waste from the body. So when we breathe air into our body, we are bringing in fresh oxygen that we can send to our body to do everything it needs to do. All right? And one thing in particular that this pose especially helps is digestion. Okay? So I will demonstrate the pose and you might understand a little bit more of what I mean by that. So wind release pose. This is it. So, by squeezing into the belly, we can start to work deep onto that subtle body while we're still working the physical body. So, yoga does not just work your organs. It doesn't just work your muscles. It works your organs as well. And so, this is one of the poses that reach deep in there. So to do this pose, and I highly encourage you to do this along with me. You don't have to be warmed up or anything to do it. It can be great for any time of the day, really, but especially after lunch. Okay? So you are going to lay onto your back and inhale both knees to the chest, wrapping the arms around the knees, or holding the opposite elbows if that's available for you. So we are stretching the low back and lengthening the spine in this posture. So our spine is completely supported and flattened by the laying on the ground aspect. All right? So when we pull our knees in, how far we can pull it in is based on the mobility of our low back, the mobility of our hip flexors, and of the sides of our hips. So, because I personally have tighter hips, and including my front side of my hips, and I have a tight low back by nature because I'm a stomach sleeper and I hunch at my desk and all these other things that contribute to that. So you might experience some of these too. Or you might be able to pull your legs straight to your chest and grab opposite elbows like this and pull down. As you can see, when I do that, my low back, or my back has to round to be able to reach around up there and compensate. And so maybe after a few of these I'll be able to do that, but personally I'm going to start just with my hands on my knees and pulling them into my chest. So inhale your knees to your chest and exhale, press your tailbone and your hips down in your spine as you pull your knees to the chest. So you fill the lungs, and then as the Oxygen vacates your lungs, you pull the knees in because now you have a little bit more space. So breathing is brought in especially to activate this pose. It is in all poses, but this one really helps reach into the benefit aspects. So inhale, fill the belly and create a space. And exhale, squeeze deeper into that space. Moving into this rhythm of inhales and exhales. And so you can do this as many or as few times as you like. Option to, wind your knees in little circles both ways to try and help open your hips, maybe massage your low back on the earth a little bit, and then come back into inhales and exhales. Pressing the shoulders and the back of the neck down into the floor as well. Trying to get your back and your whole spine flat to the floor. Okay? While your legs and your hips are really supposed to be relaxing. So you're working, your arms are doing the work for you. But you need to really focus on working to keep yourself grounded as well. So as I said before, if you need to lift up because you're trying to get all the way around your shins and grab your elbows, you're not going to get what you need from this pose. So you need to keep everything flat as you bring into your degree. And that might vary from day to day, and that's okay. Because this is just yoga, and our bodies just are what they are. And by coming back to the mat, doing these, we start to notice how we feel and what might contribute to those, what might give a little rise, how does this feel after I have junk food as compared to vitamin-rich vegetables? I don't know. I'm not sure. These are just questions that, our curious natural yoga minds might want to ask or might notice. Or you just do it and you take in the mindfulness of being in your body, focusing on the breath, and being in the moment. So these are all the aspects working together in this pose. Yoga is here to work for you in your body and try and create a more positive sensation, a life, and mindset. So I know you probably didn't think we were going to get that deep, but that's where we got. So I suggest at least doing this for 4 to 8 breaths. You can try, starting with the dynamic and then holding the legs in and noticing how when you inhale while you keep the knees in, how does that feel? And then, just play with different things here. Just keep yourself safe and keep the things in mind that we talked about to keep your spine grounded and lengthening. And I think you will find that this pose is going to do some great things for you. So let me know what you think. Put it in the comment section below. If you have any other questions about this posture, I am more than happy to help. Otherwise, go on with your beautiful day or pick one of my everyday flows or something that sounds great to you that could work in your life today. I love you all, and I can't wait to connect again next time on the mat. Namaste.